And speaking of, since we are on kind of a weird sexual tip, Tori, did you see this TikTok thing that is taking over the internet? I want to get your opinion. Okay, let's move on from her. Let's do this.
All right, I figured I'd send you a voice note because it's like easier than like texting all this. But anyway, had a good time tonight. Definitely think you are lovely. However, I would love to, if we're gonna go to your place on Thursday, I mean, I am looking to have that physical intimacy to see if like I am sexually compatible with you. So like if I'm gonna come over, like I would be hoping to like hook up, have sex, have a good time, have like that romantic spark and that physical spark there for my own sake, because it's hard for me to continue dating someone and seeing them if I don't know if I'm sexually compatible. So I know you said I don't know about that, so like I guess my thing is like what would be the point of me coming over then if we're not gonna like hook up and like cuddle and like be intimate with each other? And if that's what you don't want, that's fine, but like I think we should just like end it here then, respectfully, just because first date, that's fine. Like you want to get to know each other, I'm all about that, but like I am looking to have that physical aspect there, and I don't want to continue seeing someone if I don't know if that's good, if that's not there or not. So up to you. Let me know. I'm happy to, if you do want me to come over, I'm happy to do so. Would love to have a good time, and you know, we can have some wine, hang out and chill. But if
Tori,
God.
obviously, believe it or not, that has the internet split.
I was going to say, some people are going to think this is a good thing. I know it.
Well, what do you say to the people that say, hey, he's being direct and to the point, and you know, women, human beings say they want transparency, and this was very transparent about why I would be coming over and what I would be expecting. So what are your thoughts?
First of all, Brandon said this voicemail is longer than he would last.
It was long. Yeah, and there was quite a finish at the end, Brandon. I wasn't expecting that.
No, and then the wine and this whole spiel and stuff. Okay. There is something to be said about transparency and being honesty is key, and also being very direct. Like, you know, when I was on a dating app, someone would say, hey, I'm really looking for a physical
Black people
connection.
meet, you can say it.
It's called Black People Meet. And they'd say, I really want to I'm very physical. And so if you're not into that, like, don't match with me, which saves you some time and a lot of like awkward conversation. So if I were his defense attorney in this social law case, I would say he was doing the nicest thing to her by letting her know his intentions, respectfully giving her the options, laying it out on the table, and it was her choice to make. She could make either choice. But if I were the prosecutor, I would have been like, this is insanity. And a little bit sexually, like, I don't want to say like SA, but like very aggressive in a way that would make anybody uncomfortable. This was after one date, y'all. This was one date. So people are saying, yuck, wowzers, maybe not, whatever. Honesty is the best policy, ? I'll be direct to the point, and that is a nope, people saying.
Right. And people will say, like, he gave her the opportunity to say nope.
He did. And he said respectfully.
Tori, when I heard this, you know, my first thought was, this is the result of a society that's been dealing with an app culture, homie. Because there used to be a thing where it's like, there's this girl, Tori, at work. She's got these blue frames. I don't know what it is. I'm just so scared. I'm gonna ask her out. And there would be the dance.
Yeah,
the dance, chase, the little like, she makes it known in the cafeteria she's not seeing anybody, and she likes football, and I like and then you get the nerve up. You ask your friends, what do you think I should? It was the dance.
There was a dance. There was a dance.
And I know that can be considered very prehistoric and old school, and I totally get it. But this is what happens when a culture has become so cynical with dating, so cynical with 3 expensive dinner dates and then ghosted, that they are just like, do you want to smash or what? I need an answer. I'm on the clock, bro.
Okay.
I'm set to silent, but I'll still get the message.
Click, the timer is on. I do want to say this. It's not only that, it's lazy. Like, what happened to courting? What happened to wooing? What happened to like showing just a tiny bit of effort? Like just meeting at a cafe, getting to know each other. This is like, let's skip to the just having sex, moving on and cuddling, and then I'm out. Like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, what happened to the culture of courting and courtship? I think that makes
let me push back
beautiful
I can only push back for the men on this.
Okay.
My pushback will be that there are guys that are, I know them, guys that love the courting process. They love it. They love it. There are a lot, I can only speak for really men of color, that roll around listening to R&B, like on blast in their car. Like I had homies like that, guys that were like into romance and like, you know, hey, take care of the lady on a date. And I think some of those guys got burned because they went on dates with people that were trying to get a free meal. I think it's its own genre of Tinder. And that is the risk you run with a total blind date, not even a blind date. Like my girl Tori hooked me up with this girl that she thinks I like, because at least there's a connection there. When we are just fishing in the dark, I think that sometimes you're going to catch a trout, prize winning flounder,
bass,
a bass. If you're a bass fisherman that you can hold on the boat, big mouth bass, or you're going to catch a lot of fish that are just looking to eat and be thrown back over the boat. And I think after that happens a couple times, I'm not saying this guy seems like he's pretty cold and calculating. He's approaching dating like the guys that took over Nakatomi Tower and Die Hard. and Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying that this is that guy, but I think there are guys that have been burned. Not that that's not the risk that they should know they were running by going onto a dating app. So
I agree, but
there's part of that in there.
I do too, but I want to bring up W. He said there are women out there that leave messages like that guy did. Totally fair. But I would assume it's more men than women. There is,
I would assume. And if I was single, I'd be like, that's ridiculous. Where are you seeing these messages?
You have a number and a name for that guy?
That's disgusting. We need to have them on the show.
Bring them in. I just think I listened to Jillian on Love. If anyone wants to listen to a podcast that's like super real. Okay. I would suggest Jillian on Love. And she said the same thing. Like this one guy, Al, only would take his dates on walks. They would just walk.
Cheap.
Not only cheap, but like you're not even looking at each other. It's just like the lowest effort you could, like, go to a cafe, have a coffee, look eye to eye with each other, like do some kind of courting other than just like, yeah, let's take a walk. Like,
what do you think is the best first date for two total strangers?
I kind of think, and this has become new in the dating culture, dinner is a lot, because if you already know there is no spark, my insides aren't tingling, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then I don't want to spend a dinner. What do you want? Lasagna? Oh God, you want dessert?
How long is that going to take?
Oh God, it's
every meal you just ask the waiter, how long is that going to take?
Like a lobster? Oh my God. Yeah. So I think the best date is either a coffee date or a lunch date. And you can walk after that if you're feeling it. You're like, yeah, I'm feeling it. But I think it's a cafe and a coffee or some drinks. Maybe that's fine. And I just think you want to keep it nice and short, get to know each other, have some eye contact, feel if the spark is there, and then maybe dinner the next time. Hanging out at a museum, Renee Brown says, something where you guys are making a little bit of effort to do, even axe throwing. I don't know if that was a good one, but like mini golf, things where you're like.
Mini golf takes a long time. And my only issue with the coffee date, and here comes Old Man River, and I'm a champion of courting. Yo, are you about to hire me as seasonal work at effing Nordstrom Rack? I don't want to have an interview at a coffee shop that is under the guise of a date. I don't feel attractive when I'm caffeinated up. I don't get hot and horny when I'm in a coffee shop.
You're not supposed to be hot and horny. You're learning about each other.
Tori, when you go to a sexy little bar, I'm not talking about they have double dildos hanging on the wall, but it's like red lighting
Yeah, you can do that.
There's some adults in there. Everybody's chilling. There's that hush tone. People are dressed kind of after work or dressed kind of nicely.
Yeah.
Like I kind of
That's fine.
I wouldn't mind that
But
like coffee does not make me feel, oh, you're lactose intolerant. Now I'm thinking about you shitting in the unisex bathroom. I don't want it. It's not hot to me.
Okay, I agree with you, but some women feel safer doing a lunch or coffee date than getting tipsy with a man they don't know. So I understand your point of view, but a daytime date feels a little bit more comfortable for many women that I know. I also have to say, dating kind of is an interview. Like, you're like, where are you from? Like, what are your values? Like, are you a Republican? I'm out, like things like that. Like, I don't know. It's become more of an interview process, but I think that's how dating kind of is now. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I would tend to agree with you. And Tori, speaking about dating,